Hello, this is Joe with Nerd in Korea. Alright, and today we are going to do one more Fat Pack opening. We actually have two more in the works. This is, oh sorry, let me grab it. Strixhaven. Again, this came out now, almost 2 years ago, I think. Over 2 years ago, April 23rd, 2021. Oh my gosh, time is flying. Anyway, the top few cards we're going to look at, and then a few that I think are actually quite good. So this set does have a lot of utility cards in it, is what I look at it as. I have a friend that really disliked this set. I thought it was pretty good, but the die in it is probably my least favorite Fat Pack die, but anyway. Like the roll down die you get in the Fat Pack, this one is lackluster, I would say. My hair is, I'm very much in need of a haircut, so I'm wearing my Kirby toque today. I actually get to wear it because my son isn't here. He always steals it off my head and then puts it on my wife's head. I guess I don't get to be Kirby. But anyway, so we got Crackle with Power. Deals 5 times X damage to each of X targets. So yeah, again, you pay 3X. This is, well, it's $10. If you have a way to get kind of like a lot of X mana, it's great. Compared to like just Fireball though, I don't really understand why it costs so much. Like, even to do 1 damage, you need 5 mana, you know? You gotta pay the 1 for X 3 times, and then 2 red. So it's 5 mana to do 1 damage to 3 opponents. Or no, to 1 opponent. That would only do it to 1 opponent. Okay, so if you want to target 3 opponents for 3 damage, yeah, there would be 11 mana. Okay, again, is that worth over $10? I would say not, but okay. Bellatrix Witherbloom. Again, the sets have different names for all the kind of like color combinations in this one, which, you know, I don't know. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So, yeah. Golgari is what you'd usually call this. Here it's called Witherbloom. Anyway, yeah. So I do have one of those, and at the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black and green pest token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Not bad? You know, yeah, $10, okay. Like, and pay 10 life, untap all lands you control. Okay, that's why it's actually worth a lot more. Because you can just up and surprise people with having a bunch of mana at any time. It does cost you 10 life, but particularly in Commander, that is pretty doable, you know. Professor Onyx. So this is, again, the Planeswalker. And it is a Liliana. Yeah, it's basically Liliana, but she's pretending to be a professor, I guess, here? Sure, why not? You know, you gotta get the Planeswalkers in somehow, I guess. So card draw and lose 1 life for the +1. And then the -3. Make opponent sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. So that's really good, actually. I feel like that -3 is... This is only a $7.35 Planeswalker, which by Planeswalker standards is not that expensive, but that is a very good ability, especially combine that again with anything that lets you kind of proliferate and get a big stack on, then you'll be golden. And then each opponent may, for -8, each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Repeat this process 6 more times. Oh my gosh. Hey, okay. That's huge discard. I was underwhelmed. I didn't read the 6 more times part, and I was like, oh, 3 life or discard. Yeah, no problem, right? Probably 3 life, but 6 times, yeah, that adds up pretty quick. I'm building a Tiny Bones deck right now, so discard, basically, trying to get discard, and that would be scary. So I might think about, if I get that, it's going in Tiny Bones, and I'm going to have to figure out how to get some Proliferate in there too. Wandering Archaic. Oh, okay, I really like this for a Spellslinger kind of deck. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or a sorcery spell, they may pay 2. If they don't, you copy the spell. So this is I think this is a really fun design. I like this. It's, again, like kind of taxing other people so that you don't get something. That's always, I think, a good way to go. Or give everyone card draw, which can be land or instant or sorcery. Not as crazy about that, giving all of your... I guess if they do instant or sorcery, you're going to be able to steal it, so that's nice. But yeah, explore the vast land sorcery, I would say, is very much not what you want to do. You want to play the Wandering Archaic side. Magma Opus. Huh, that's over $5. I've actually got, I think I got a couple of these kicking around somewhere. And this basically just does a whole bunch of stuff. It does cost 8, so it ain't cheap, that's for sure. But you can also discard it to create a treasure token, so you can leave 2 blue open to basically intimidate people out of, attacking you or anything. Look like you have a counter spell, and then right before, the last end step, just make a treasure token so you have 1 more mana next turn. So that's not bad. Or you can deal 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. And then tap 2 targets and create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Again, the tap 2 targets is nice, because when people are going to declare attacks against you, you could just tap down their creatures and make a blocker and draw a card. Draw 2 cards, and then deal some damage as well. So, hey, great. Yeah, I like that. And then Archmage Emeritus. This one is down to $4.39. It was well over $5 for a while, I know. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. Hard draw for casting spells. I'd say that's almost required in a Spellslinger deck, so this is one of those cards I think is actually kind of like something you want to have in your toolkit. So, under $5 now, definitely worth it. Anyway, and here we've got another Elder Dragon. You create a treasure token, which is kind of lackluster, but anyway, it is flying 3/4 for 4 mana. That's not bad. Create a treasure token when it enters the battlefield. And artifacts you control add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast instants or sorcery spells. This, I think, is probably one of the better ones. Down to $3.24. I think I have one of these. I should get another one at that price. And then Dragon's Approach. This was used on Game Nights by Josh Lee Kwai. and it's yeah, if you cast this, and basically it does 3 damage to each opponent, and then if you have this and 4 more in your graveyard, you exile them and you put a dragon straight into the battlefield, and you can search it from your deck, which is pretty damn strong. Anyway, I want to look at some of the other ones that I think are kind of stand out. Double Major. Copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary if the spell is legendary. So if you copy a creature, a legendary creature is not legendary, you don't have to worry about killing one of them with a legendary rule, which is great. This is basically a Simic Spark Double. Yeah, Spark Double is the name of the card I was trying to think of. And so that is like at least last I checked, I think it was like an $8 card. This is $2.20, so you do need Simic, you need green and blue, but it's much better. And anyway, it's not better, it's the same, really. But Prismari Command, they have this, all of these command things, instance, and you get to choose 2 for 3. All of it actually does quite a lot. So again, destroy target artifact, create a treasure token, target player creates a treasure token, target player draws 2 cards and then discards 2 cards, so that's nice, or 2 damage to any target. For 3 mana, having all those options is really good. Even just in general, having options is really good, right? So any of these command ones, and again, there's kind of like a version for every color combination. I think there's 5 of them. So yeah, there's Witherbloom command. Anyway, but yeah. Going down a bit, Fracture, Orzhov. So 1 white, 1 black, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. You know, it's not the most powerful thing. You are going to use it. So that's one thing I always try to think of when planning a deck is this going to get used? Not is it the strongest? I think is it useful is a higher priority than how strong it is. And this is something where if you have it in your deck and you get it, you're going to, especially in the Commander game, you're going to be able to use this. This is going to solve a problem. Artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker? That's actually pretty crazy that they're all on there. For 2 mana, you are going to be able to kill something, and it's probably something that is going to be a real pain in the butt. So I think I don't even know how many games where if I had this card, I might have changed the whole outcome. So yeah, this is definitely in that like toolkit kind of thing I was talking about. Fracture, I am surprised it's 134 right now. This card is way undervalued. So this is the thing I talked about in the last video. Older sets, a lot of the overpriced things start to go down in value. The underpriced things might still be undervalued though. So that's what I find kind of interesting, is that something like this, where I really think it should be more than $1.34, is still way down there. Oh, I've got that as well. Okay, that's 114. There's Exile. Excuse me. Target monocolored permanent. Once again, it is going to get used. Monocolored permanent is not much of a restriction. Again, permanent, so land too. If you just want to blow up someone's land, you can use this. Stormkiln Artist. This came way down too. Oh my gosh. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. And then he gets +1 for each attack for each artifact you control. I mean, you're much more interested in the making treasures part, I think. But yeah, this was way up. I think this was at like $8 or something for a while. And yeah, so I really like that. And they also have these lands that they're dual lands, and it's if you can reveal, like with this, it's, you know, Golgari or Witherbloom or whatever you want to call it. It's green black, so if you can reveal a swamp or a forest when you play it, you get to play it untapped, which might be a bit of an issue, but particularly early game, I feel like this is very, very good. Alright, so I forgot, of course, because I always forget something. I forgot the Mystic Arcanum for Strixhaven, which is kind of the big thing. But I'll try to get through it soon because I already used too much time on the first part. To start off with, I am looking at this on the Korean website. I am going to change it to English, so most of it will be in English. There you go, English, mostly, you know, more or less. This one right here, Teferi's Protection. Everyone loves Teferi's Protection. Play it, and you are basically treated as not being in the game for until your next upkeep. Get a gel free, avoid a board wipe, whatever you want. Just get left alone for a little bit. Hey! And that is going for 60,000 won. What does that mean? 60,000 won is $45.52 as of today. Today is January 9th, 2024. Okay, so January. I am still not able to say some words very properly, but that's okay. And the exact same card, the Korean version, is $15 or 15,000 won cheaper. Or 10,000 won for the foil, cheaper. Okay, why not? Demonic Tutor. Search the library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Hey! Basically a black staple right there. I mean, these are all kind of staples. Teferi's Protection as well. And that is 50,000 won, which in US dollars is, you know what, I'm not going to do math in my head because $37.94. That is so depressing. Oy. When I first came to Korea, it was like 1,000 won to $1. Now it's so much less. If you get paid in won, it's really depressing, which I do. Anyway, Time Warp. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. 3 and 2 blue, and pretty easy to copy as well. So hey, yeah. Anyway, 24,000 won. I think that's actually pretty good. And we're getting all the way down to 20,000 won. Wait, where's that? Natural Order. Sacrifice a green creature. When you search the library for a green creature card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Okay, this is nice because it is, you know, straight into the battlefield. That's a big bonus. Green has a lot of different cards that allow you to get, you know, search your library for creatures. So I'd say this is meh. Yeah, it's alright. I wouldn't even pay $18 for it, honestly. Or 18,000 for the foil is, or both are 18. So let's see, what is 18? Probably like 16, 15 something. 1366. Oy. But still, I probably wouldn't pay that much. Anyway, from there it just goes down, of course. And Ephemerate. I think I actually have this one. And Dark Ritual, I've got lots of Dark Ritual. And some of these actually were way lower before. They're going up. So even 8,500, I guess that's about $6 US. You know, it's not crazy. It's not too bad. It's something that was only, I think it was under $1 not that long ago. Although not that long ago is probably a very long time. Anyway, I've already used too much time for this. I got a haircut though, so that's good. And I will, yeah, just get to the opening here. That's what we all want to see. Okay, bye-bye and have fun.